Rita had always believed that life was simple. She woke up every morning, went to work as a mobile money agent, and returned home, content with her quiet routine. But what she didn't know was that someone had been watching over her quietly, loving her from the shadows. That someone was Isaac. Isaac had known Rita for as long as he could remember. They grew up in the same neighborhood, went to the same school, and even shared their secrets with each other. To the outside world, they were just best friends, but Isaac's heart told a different story. Every time he looked at Rita, his chest tightened, and he felt a warmth that he couldn't explain. But Isaac was careful. He didn't want to rush things. He wanted to observe Rita, understand her, and see what kind of person she truly was before telling her about his feelings. One Monday morning, Isaac wiped his hands with a rag after fixing a car in the garage. "Rita," he called over the phone, "do you want me to drop that gift I told you about yesterday?" There was a soft laugh on the other side. "Isaac, you don't have to." "Really? I can't take it. You already give me so much." Isaac chuckled. "It's nothing big. Just a little thing to make you smile. You know me, I can't help myself." Rita sighed, smiling. "You really are impossible, you know that?" "I know," Isaac said, grinning. "But at least I'm honest." That honesty, that sincerity, was what kept him close to her, even if she didn't know how much he loved her. Isaac worked as a mechanic at a small garage. His salary wasn't much, but he somehow managed to buy small gifts for Rita, sometimes a chocolate, sometimes a little bracelet he saw at the market. Every day, he found a way to make her feel special, even if it meant skipping lunch or fixing an extra car to earn a little more. One afternoon, Rita was sitting at her small mobile money booth, counting cash carefully. The sun was hot, and the street was busy with people walking and cars honking. Isaac stopped by with a small wrapped gift in his hand. "Hey," he said, smiling. "I brought you something." Rita looked up, slightly embarrassed. "Isaac, you really don't have to. I mean it. You work hard for so little, and you're always helping people at the garage. Why waste your money on me?" Isaac shrugged, pretending to be casual, though his heart was beating fast. "It's just a little something. You deserve it, okay? Don't make me feel bad." Rita shook her head, smiling softly. "You're impossible." Isaac handed her the small gift. "Open it. You'll see it's nothing fancy." Rita carefully unwrapped it. Inside was a small keychain with a tiny car engine charm. "Isaac, this is sweet," she said, touched. "I don't know what to say." "You don't have to say anything," Isaac replied, looking away so she wouldn't see his face flush red. "Just smile. That's enough for me." Rita laughed lightly, feeling a warmth she couldn't quite explain. Isaac had always been like that, quiet, kind, always there when she needed him. But she never thought of him as more than a friend. Later that evening, as Isaac walked back home through the dusty streets, he thought about Rita. "Someday," he whispered to himself. "Someday I'll tell her. But not yet. I have to make sure." Isaac's life wasn't easy. He didn't come from a wealthy family, and every shilling mattered. Yet, when it came to Rita, he would give everything he had. Sometimes, while repairing a car engine, he would imagine her smiling at him, laughing at his jokes, calling him stubborn, and he would feel like he could do anything just to see her happy. Meanwhile, Rita went about her life without realizing the depth of Isaac's feelings. She talked to him every day, laughed at his jokes, and shared her problems. "Isaac, sometimes I feel like I can tell you everything," she said one afternoon, handing him a bottle of water as he visited her at work. "Because you can," Isaac replied softly, smiling at her. "I've always got time for you, you know that." She looked at him, her eyes full of trust. "I know. Sometimes I feel lucky to have a friend like you." Isaac nodded, hiding the way his heart twisted with longing. "Lucky, huh? I guess we both are. As the weeks passed, Isaac continued to shower her with small gifts and attention. But he always made sure never to cross the line. He knew that rushing into love without understanding could ruin everything. And deep down, he was patient because he believed true love wasn't about wealth or gifts, it was about sacrifice, care, and being there when it mattered most. One rainy evening, Isaac stayed late at the garage, fixing a customer's car. His phone buzzed. It was Rita. "Isaac," she said, her voice a little worried, I think I dropped my phone somewhere. Can you help me find it tomorrow?" "Of course," Isaac said immediately. "I'll come by early. Don't worry." Even in small, simple moments like this, Isaac's heart overflowed. Every little interaction, every smile from her, felt like magic. He didn't need grand gestures, her happiness was enough. That night, as he lay on his small bed, he whispered again, "One day, Rita. I'll tell you. And I'll prove that my love is real." And so, the friendship between Rita and Isaac continued, filled with laughter, small gifts, quiet moments, and a love that grew silently, waiting for the right time to be revealed. Rita had always thought her life was predictable. She went to work, counted money, smiled at her customers, and returned home. Life was simple, and she liked it that way. But one ordinary day, everything began to change. It started when a young man, neatly dressed and carrying an expensive-looking phone, walked into her small mobile money booth. He looked different from the usual customers, there was something calm, confident, and rich about him. "Good morning," the man said politely, adjusting his shirt. "I want to withdraw some money from my account." Rita smiled, "Good morning, sir." "Sure, let me check." She opened her cash drawer, counting carefully. Her heart sank a little. She didn't have enough money to cover his full withdrawal. I'm sorry," she said, looking up. "I only have part of the money now. You can take this, and come back tomorrow for the rest." The man frowned slightly but nodded. "All right. That works. Can I have your contact, so I can confirm tomorrow if the money will be ready?" Rita hesitated. It was unusual for customers to ask for her number. But something in the way he spoke made her feel safe. "Okay, here it is," she said, handing him a small slip of paper with her number. The man smiled warmly. "Thank you. My name is Samuel, by the way." "Rita," she replied, smiling politely. That was their first meeting, but Samuel couldn't stop thinking about her. There was something about the way she smiled and spoke, the calmness in her eyes, and the kindness in her voice. For Samuel, it wasn't just a transaction, it was the beginning of something new. The next day, Samuel returned to the booth and collected the remaining money. As he handed it over, he spoke again, this time with more confidence. "Rita," he said, "I feel like I should be honest with you. I like you. I would like to get to know you better, if that's okay." Rita blinked, caught off guard. She had never thought of Samuel in that way. "You, like me?" she asked, unsure if she had heard him correctly. "Yes," Samuel said simply. "I want to take you out, talk to you, and see where this could go. I know this is sudden, but I had to tell you." Rita hesitated. Her mind raced. On one hand, Samuel was handsome, polite, and from a wealthy family. But on the other hand, there was Isaac, her childhood friend, who had always been there for her. I need time to think," she said softly, trying not to hurt him. Samuel nodded, understanding. "Of course. I'll wait. Take all the time you need." That same week, Isaac noticed something different in Rita. She seemed distracted, smiling less when he visited her at work. Isaac's heart tightened. He had always loved her quietly, but now, seeing her attention drift somewhere else, fear and jealousy crept in. One afternoon, Isaac decided it was time. He walked to her booth, holding a small gift in his hand, his heart racing like it had never raced before. "Rita," he said, smiling nervously, "can we talk?" Rita looked up, surprised but happy to see him. "Of course, Isaac. What's up?" He took a deep breath. I have something to tell you. Something I should have told you a long time ago." Rita tilted her head, curious. "Go on." Isaac's hands trembled slightly. "Rita. I have loved you for a long time. I didn't say anything because I wanted to understand you first, to make sure. I wanted to be sure I could make you happy." Rita froze. Her heart skipped a beat. She had always known Isaac cared about her, but she never realized the depth of his feelings. "Isaac. She started, unsure of what to say. "I know this is sudden," he continued, "but I had to tell you. You mean everything to me." Rita looked at him, feeling her heart tug in two directions. She cared for Isaac deeply, but now Samuel had entered her life, showing interest in her in a way she had never experienced before. The rest of the day, Rita walked home slowly, thinking. "Isaac has been there for me my whole life," she thought. "But Samuel, he's new, exciting, and wealthy. What should I do?" Her mind was a storm of confusion. She wanted to make the right choice, but the right choice wasn't easy to see. Later that evening, Rita's sister noticed her silence. "Rita, what's going on? You've been quiet all day." Rita sighed. "I don't know, sister. I like Isaac, but now there's someone else. His name is Samuel. He likes me too." Her sister frowned thoughtfully. "Rita, listen. Samuel comes from a good family. He can provide for you. Isaac, well, he's a good man, but he doesn't have much." Rita shook her head. "I know, but I can't just think about money. Isaac, he has always been there for me. I don't want to hurt him." Her sister smiled gently. "Sometimes love isn't about money, Rita. But if you really want to know who truly loves you, maybe you need to test them." Rita looked puzzled. "Test them? How?" Her sister leaned closer, whispering, "See how far they are willing to go for you. Watch their actions. That's how you'll know." Rita nodded slowly, unsure if she could actually do it. But deep down, she knew her sister was right. She needed to see who truly cared for her, not who could offer her wealth, but who could offer her love, care, and sacrifice. Meanwhile, Samuel continued to visit her whenever he could. He bought small gifts, brought flowers, and always made sure she felt special. "Rita," he said one day, holding out a small box, "I got this for you. No reason. I just wanted to see you smile." Rita smiled politely. "Thank you, Samuel. That's sweet." He looked at her earnestly. "I really mean it, Rita. I like you. I want to be with you." At the same time, Isaac watched quietly from afar, heart-aching but hoping. He had never stopped loving her. Every little gift he gave, every smile he shared, every word he spoke, it was all for her. And now, more than ever, he wanted her to understand how much he truly cared. Days passed, and Rita's confusion grew. She cared for Isaac, but Samuel made her heart beat in ways she didn't expect. She knew she had to make a decision eventually, but she wasn't ready yet. One evening, while closing her booth, she thought to herself, "I need to be careful. I can't just follow my heart without seeing who really cares. I need to know who will be there when it matters most." Little did she know, the test of love she was about to create would soon bring out the true hearts of both Isaac and Samuel, and change her life forever. Rita's life had become confusing. She loved Isaac quietly, the boy who had been by her side since childhood. But Samuel had come into her life, confident and kind, making her heart skip beats in ways she had never expected. Every day felt heavier, filled with thoughts about who she should choose. One evening, Rita sat at home, staring at the small bracelet Isaac had given her weeks ago. She touched it gently, thinking, Isaac has always been there for me, he cares more than anyone else. But Samuel, he's exciting, rich, and kind too. How do I choose? Her older sister, Mercy, noticed the troubled look on her face. Rita, you've been quiet all day. Something is bothering you, isn't it? Rita sighed, it's complicated, Mercy. Both Isaac and Samuel like me. I don't know what to do. Mercy shook her head and sat beside her. Rita, love isn't always easy. I know Isaac has always been a good friend to you. But Samuel, he comes from a rich family. He can give you a better life. Rita frowned. I know, but I can't just choose someone because he is rich. I care about Isaac, he's always there for me. I don't want to hurt him. Mercy smiled knowingly. You don't have to choose blindly. Sometimes, you need to see who truly loves you. Who will be there for you when things get tough, when danger or hardship comes. That is the one you should be with. Rita tilted her head, curious but hesitant. How do I see that? Her sister's eyes sparkled. You pretend to be sick. Let's say, a kidney problem. Then watch how each of them reacts. The one who truly loves you will show it in actions, not words. Rita froze. Pretend to be sick. Mercy, that sounds extreme. What if it goes wrong? Mercy laughed softly. It's just a test, Rita. Don't worry. It's safe as long as you pretend carefully. You'll see who really cares about you. Rita thought about it for a long time. Could she really do this? Could she risk her heart and the feelings of both men just to see who loved her more? After a deep breath, she nodded slowly. Okay. I'll do it. But I have to be careful. The very next day, Samuel visited Rita at her small mobile money booth. He was excited, hopeful that she had made a decision. Good morning, Rita. Did you think about what we talked about? He asked, smiling brightly. Rita smiled weakly, trying to look a little pale and tired. Good morning, Samuel. I'm not feeling very well today. Samuel frowned with concern. Not feeling well? What's wrong? Are you okay? Rita tried to cough softly, clutching her stomach for effect. I feel dizzy and very tired. Maybe I need to rest for a while. Samuel's face changed immediately. Rita. This is serious. Come with me. I'll take care of you. Don't worry about anything. Rita allowed him to help her stand. I'll go home with you. But just for a little while, she whispered, her heart pounding nervously. As they walked together, Samuel kept glancing at her with worry. Rita, you scared me. Are you sure you'll be okay? I think so, she said softly, keeping her voice weak and trembling. At the same time, Isaac heard from a friend that Rita was unwell. His heart skipped a beat. Without thinking twice, he rushed to her house. When he arrived, he saw Samuel already there, looking concerned and holding her gently. Rita! Isaac exclaimed, running to her side. What happened? Are you okay? Rita tried to cough again, hiding her smile. I'm not feeling well. My head hurts, and I feel dizzy. Isaac's eyes widened. Don't worry. I'll stay with you. I'll make sure you're fine. Samuel looked at Isaac, tension in his eyes. I was just taking care of her, he said cautiously. Isaac nodded, ignoring Samuel. Rita, I'm going to stay here. You need someone to be with you, and I'm not leaving. For days, Isaac stayed by her side. He cooked for her, cleaned her room, and held her hand when she felt weak. Samuel, on the other hand, visited daily, bringing gifts and money for her treatment. "Rita," he said one afternoon, handing her an envelope filled with cash, "I've arranged for the best doctors. You won't have to worry about anything." Rita's heart pounded as she watched both men care for her in different ways. Isaac gave her love through actions, patience, and presence. Samuel gave her support through resources, gifts, and promises. Then came the moment that would test everything. Rita pretended to faint while Samuel was visiting her one day. Samuel panicked. "Rita! Stay with me. Please don't close your eyes," he shouted, lifting her gently. He immediately called a taxi and took her to her house. When Isaac was informed, he ran as fast as he could. He didn't wait for a call. He just went straight to her side, terrified. "Rita! You scared me." "How could you?" he said, holding her hand tightly. Rita kept quiet, pretending to be weak and unwell. I'm so tired," she whispered. Isaac shook his head. "Don't worry. I'll be here. I'll stay with you, day and night if I have to." Days turned into weeks. Both Isaac and Samuel showed their care in different ways. Samuel used his wealth to pay for doctors, medications, and tests. Isaac used his heart and energy, sacrificing time and money he didn't have to make sure Rita was comfortable. Then one evening, Rita's sister, Mercy, came to visit. She watched both men and smiled. "Rita, you're going to learn the truth soon. Watch their actions carefully. Notice who stays when it really matters, who sacrifices without expecting anything in return." Rita nodded silently. Her heart felt heavy, but she was determined. She had to know who truly loved her, not for her beauty, not for her company, but for who she was. The turning point came when the doctors told them that Rita needs a kidney transplant or her life is at risk. Isaac didn't hesitate. He counted all the money he had, every coin he could find, and gave it to Rita for her treatment. "Rita," he said softly, "I'll do anything to keep you alive. Anything at all. Just promise me, you'll fight." Samuel also gave money for the treatment, quietly and efficiently. But when he was told about the kidney transplant, he hesitated. He stayed quiet, unsure what to do next. Rita watched them both closely. Her heart ached with the weight of the test. Both men cared, but Isaac had gone beyond money. He was ready to give a part of himself, his very own kidney, to save her life. Rita's heart started to understand the truth. This test, which she had thought would be simple, had revealed more than she expected. She had seen love in its truest form, sacrifice, patience, and action. Rita had spent days watching both Isaac and Samuel. She had seen their care, their worry, their sacrifices. And now, after pretending to be sick for weeks, she knew it was time to reveal the truth. That morning, she called both men to her house. "Please, come," she said softly to each of them. She also called her sister, Mercy, to witness everything. The room was quiet as Isaac, Samuel, Rita, and Mercy sat together. The air felt heavy with expectation. Rita's hands trembled slightly, but she tried to keep her voice steady. I have something to tell you both," she began. "Everything you saw, the sickness, the fainting, all of it, was not real." Samuel blinked in shock. "What? You mean, you weren't sick?" Isaac's eyes widened, but he didn't speak. He was waiting patiently for her to continue. Rita nodded, her voice shaking. "I was pretending. I wanted to know. I needed to know who really loved me. Who would be there not because of money or gifts, but because they truly cared about me, even if things got hard." Mercy smiled softly. Rita wanted to see actions, not words. "And now, we can see who really loved her." Samuel's face fell. "But I brought money, I tried to help." Isaac spoke gently, his eyes on Rita. "Samuel, you did help. That was kind of you. But love isn't only about giving money. Sometimes it's about sacrifice, presence, and caring with all your heart. Rita looked at Isaac, her eyes misty with emotion. Isaac, you stayed by my side every day. You gave your time, your energy, even when you had little money, you tried to help me. You didn't leave me. You were there when I needed someone the most. And I love you. Isaac's eyes glimmered with tears. Rita, you mean everything to me. I would give my life for you if I had to. Samuel nodded slowly, still stunned. I understand. You've chosen him. I wish you the best, Rita. His voice was polite but filled with disappointment. Rita smiled softly. Thank you, Samuel, for caring. But my heart, it belongs to Isaac. He showed me what true love really is. Isaac gently held Rita's hands, feeling the warmth of her touch. I promise, Rita, I will always be there for you. In sickness, in health, in good times and bad. Always. Rita rested her head on Isaac's shoulder. For the first time in weeks, she felt peace. The weight of confusion and fear was gone. She had made the right choice. Mercy, who had been watching quietly, smiled and nodded. See, Rita. True love is not about money, gifts, or appearances. It's about who will stay with you when things get difficult, who will sacrifice for you, and who cares with all their heart. Rita looked at her sister and nodded. I understand now. I almost made the wrong choice, but this test, it showed me the truth. Samuel stood up. I hope one day you find someone who loves you as much as he does. I've learned a lot from this. He smiled faintly and left the house. After Samuel left, Rita turned to Isaac. I'm sorry if I hurt you by pretending to be sick. I didn't mean to. I just needed to know. Isaac shook his head and smiled. It's okay, Rita. You had every right to know. I'm just glad I could prove my love to you. That's all I ever wanted. Rita smiled, tears running down her cheeks. I love you, Isaac. I always have, I didn't know how to be sure. Now I know. Isaac pulled her close. And I will always be here, Rita. No matter what happens, I'll stay by your side. They sat together, holding hands, feeling a love that was stronger than anything they had ever imagined. The test had been difficult, but it had shown the power of true love, the kind that doesn't falter when things are hard, the kind that sacrifices without expecting anything in return. Days later, Rita thought about everything that had happened. She realized that life is not always about wealth or appearance. True love is proven in actions, in small sacrifices, in being there for someone even when it's difficult. She told Mercy one evening, Sister, I've learned something very important. Love isn't about who can give you the most. It's about who will stay when it matters the most, who will care without expecting anything in return, and who will sacrifice for you. Mercy smiled. Exactly, Rita. That's the real meaning of love. And now, you have found it with Isaac. Isaac, hearing this, laughed softly. I guess patience really pays off, huh? Rita smiled, leaning on him. Yes, it does. And sometimes, a little test helps too, she teased lightly, making them both laugh. From that day on, Rita and Isaac's bond grew stronger. They faced life together, knowing that their love was real, tested, and proven. And Samuel, he learned a valuable lesson too, that love is not always about what you can give, it's about what you are willing to do when it really matters. Moral lesson. This story teaches us a simple but powerful truth. True love is not about wealth, gifts, or appearances. It is proven through actions, sacrifices, patience, and being there when it matters most. A person who truly loves you will care for you with all their heart, even in difficult times.